It's fun what the Cardinals are doing, and last night with Waino and Yadi getting the 325 and setting a record that I think everyone understands can't possibly be broken again because you're never going to have, first of all, to have a catcher last that long and a pitcher maintain that for so long, and here's the big reason, and stay with the same team together, probably not going to happen.
So is that one of the records that's up there that will never be broken? Kind of like
I don't think it'll ever be broken. I mean, I never say never.
Mickey Lolich and Bill Freehan probably were getting 40 starts a year together in a completely different era of baseball. And so, some of the combos that they've passed on the way to get there, I don't even know which one was the most recent one that they passed. Like, they were passing guys that were pitching in the 40s, in the 50s, and the 60s, when it was a completely different sport in the way pitchers would use. This is remarkable. And one of the questions I had thinking about it is that, not to rank who it is more impressive that has been able to stick around in that, with Waino going through the injuries that he's had and Yadi just that much time behind the plate? I don't think one is more impressive than the other, but it's incredible to see this record broke for those reasons.
The thing to me about Waino that's compelling is if you've followed his career and saw some of the post games when he'd give up 7 runs in 2 innings against the Pirates in Pittsburgh, and you could see in his eyes he had no idea what was going on. He wasn't right. You know, his fastball was topping out at 84, 85 miles an hour. And he always said, I'll find it. And, you know, he's a confident guy, and he did. And to be able to get himself on track and get back to where he was, one of the elite pitchers in the National League, you got to tip your cap. And then with Yadi, he's playing a position that is the most demanding in baseball. And the healing powers of Yadi. You think about the injuries he's had. Yeah, he's going to be out 3 months. He's back? He's back. So, to have that kind of longevity and do it together with the same team, that can't happen.
And some of the peripherals on it are interesting, too, is because, you know, Yadi played here 3 years before Wainwright even made his first start for the Cardinals. Wainwright was gone for all of 2011 with injury. He was gone intentionally for, you know, all but 4 starts in 2015. And then you've got a clip season in 2020. I mean, it's impressive that they even had this many games. Think about where it would be had some of those things not happened. I mean, we'd be looking at a record that's already not going to get touched, but it'd be so far out of range that it would just look even crazier next to the people that got it back in the day.
And you're talking about a different era, like you said. Like, back in the day, Skeeter O'Hallahan would make 80 starts.
Great guy.
You know, like,
great guy.
They didn't use bullpens. And back in the day, the truth is, if you were a pitcher in Major League Baseball and your arm hurt, you kept pitching. Otherwise, you'd be back selling furniture in your hometown. Yeah. So it was just a different era.
Nothing wrong with that.
The most recent one beyond this was in 1975 to 1984 with Steve Rogers and Gary Carter, 270. And these guys are 55 past that at this point. It's incredible.
How was the game last night? How was the atmosphere?
Good vibe.
Packed.
Good
jamming.
It was packed. Now, it was packed. That was, Cat, I don't know. What do you think? For a Wednesday night, that was Saturday stuff in there last night.
That was playoff stuff.
Yeah.
And when Yadi came up in that situation with a chance to knock in a run and the Yadi.
Yeah.
Like, if I honestly did, I closed my eyes and thought, does this sound like postseason?
Did I wake up and it's 3 weeks from now?
And the thing about this season that's been great, winning, number one. There's no question about that. But then the side dishes of Waino and Yadi and Albert has just energized the fan base. And you get why. See, my thing that you said before we went on the air at a pre-show meeting.
2 hours. Hour 2 of the pre-show meeting.
And I was looking forward to this because I consider you to be a fair-minded guy.
Thank you.
So you saw firsthand the walk-in light show for Ryan Helsley and have some thoughts on it. But before you do your thing, I do want to say he came in and struck out the side. He gave up a hit, but I mean, they weren't going to hit his stuff.
No, he's electric. I mean, and two of the last 3 guys that finished the game pumping 99, 101 between him and Hicks. Holy smokes!
So
good luck.
But Cam believes that the walk-in light show will destroy this franchise.
No, I don't mind. No. Wait, let me correct Jim again. I don't care about the lights. Just change the song.
You've been a Trevor Hoffman guy for years.
No, not at all. Right. But now you think about it, and I would be like, just change it up and find something new. be different.
Cam,
Everybody knows what Trevor
name,
Hoffman.
his name is Helsley. Hell's Bells.
Does not matter.
That's why he does that.
It does not matter.
Cam, bigger issue for the city of St. Louis right now. How the Ram settlement's being used or Ryan Helsley's entrance into the ball game.
I hit that damn pothole again. My alignment's messed up on my truck because of that damn thing.
You need to get Ryan Helsley out there to fix it.
We need
to see what he can
throw
do.
some balls in that thing. I don't know.
Hire cops. Hire cops.
That's it.
Okay. So what is your
the entrance is awesome in person. I mean, it's something. If you sit there and you don't know it's coming, I nudged my wife last night. I said, "Watch
you did?
this." I said, "Watch this." I didn't know what was coming. I just knew to look forward to something. Lights go out, all the red lights around the thing, Helsley in flames on the screen. I was like, "Holy crap! I've either gone to hell or this game's really about to be something." But I'm listening to Hell's Bells go off right now. I'm getting powered up. I do think it's an entrance that could support any music. So we got some flexibility there. We could do Highway to Hell, maybe. We got options. We got things we could do.
Okay, and I understand. I understand. I understand that. I mean, the first time I met Cam many years ago, he's wearing a Trevor Hoffman jersey.
Oh,
I mean, he loves Hoffman.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't know who.
It's a personal.
No idea
But
who
he
he
cares
was.
about that. He cares about that song being equated to Hoffman because that was his.
It was his.
But here's the thing.
When he
and
was
tell
a
me
wee,
if I'm wrong.
When he was a wee lad in Eureka, and he went to sleep listening to Hell's Bells.
I did listen to that song. I just didn't know who Trevor Hoffman was.
So to me, like, I get it. His name is Helsley. So I give him a pass on that because he's going with Hell's Bells. Do you think it's wrong? Do you think that it's baseball appropriation for?
Is this a situation where maybe we just don't know? Maybe it's been a one-on-one thing where he picked up the phone, called Trevor Hoffman, and said, "Listen, I know you never played for the St. Louis Cardinals. You have nothing to do with this franchise, but can I use your song?" Just like a guy saying, "Hey, can I wear your jersey number?"
Yeah, your number.
Is it that type of thing?
No.
Patty didn't do it to
and
Walt.
this is how it happened.
Oh, wait a minute.
Patty didn't call Walt.
Again, I will say, I know this because I asked him. I'm not a host that, it's probably this. So I asked him, and he said, because I assumed Hell's Bells probably attached to him like Purple Haze was when I was growing up. And he said, no, not really. He said, when I started to have an opportunity to close, they came to me, and they were, even when he was working in leverage situations out of the pen, someone from the club said, "What do you want your walk-in music to be?" And he's like, he wasn't sure, and they said, "How about Hell's Bells?" And he's like, "Helsley? Okay." So it wasn't even his choice.
Well,
and
that's
then,
even worse.
And then when they came to him and they said, "Hey, would you be interested in a little light show?" And he's like, it wasn't his idea, and he's like, okay. And he didn't even know what to expect the first time. He just trusted in them. He's just a guy who just wants to come in and throw 101 or throw that slider. And
Wait a minute. If you don't
even
know
pick it
that,
out.
I hope he knew that was coming in some regard. Like they didn't preview it for him or anything.
No.
He just was coming out the
No,
bullpen.
they told
I
him-
would have had a heart
they-
attack.
He said that his exact words were, they sort of hinted around at what it would be, and I was like, okay.
You know, the only thing that can add to this, and I know you know somebody who might know somebody, as I'm sitting there looking at it, it's awesome to see it happen that way. They need to put a spotlight on him as he's running out to trail him to the mound.
But he comes out
Let me
kind
see
of
that.
in a red glow.
It's a glow.
It's
yeah.
kind of like he's on fire anyway.
It's fantastic.
Look that up for me real quick because I haven't seen it yet.
Well,
I wanna
and here's
check
the
it out.
thing. You will never see it live because I could never imagine you staying at anything
That late?
anywhere close
No,
to it ending.
I know. No, I am because I'm on a party bus. So
Yeah, I know that, and I definitely know that's why you won't be there for sure.
no, let me see that mug.
You're going to be that close to Western
Man, that
Illinois?
looks,
You never even
listen.
looked at it before?
no, I haven't seen it yet. It looks badass.
We were debating this,
Yeah.
and you hadn't even seen it?
It's not even about the light show. Again, I'll say it. It's not about the light show. That looks awesome. It's just the song, and of course, he didn't even know. Like he didn't even pick his own song. They picked it for him. Like that's
No,
you.
they didn't.
You put your foot down.
They didn't pick it for him. They said, "What about this one?" And he said, "Okay." So he picked it. It wasn't like they said, "Here's your walk-in song." So what you're saying, and I'm correcting Cam again.
Keep correcting me.
Right? No, they said, "What about this one?" He's a young guy.
Yeah.
Who's not like, I'm going to be
I get it.
I'm going to be the most dominant closer in the league in a year or two. He just wanted to be a major leaguer and do his
Ain't
thing.
that big of a deal. to be honest with you. Rusty
It is a big deal because it's a really cool thing.
It's cool as hell. Now, the Diaz thing is sensational.
Yes.
I mean, but...
they're wearing that out, too.
Well, but him doing it, if you just isolate it around him, that's sensational.
It's like the gritty dance.
That's WWE-ish.
Like, it's like the gritty dance. When you got the reporters doing the gritty dance, it's like it's over, you know? So now, like, Diaz is like, why is everybody, college football teams are using it now? And so now it's not the same.
They were using it at Mizzou, and I was like, uh-oh.
Of course, Mizzou would copy that.
Bad juju here.
Like, find your own thing.
Well, we tried, but we got a school fight song, but it's, you know.
Look, because now you just killed a plan. So, and I respect what you say. When a reporter does it, that destroys it. Just so you know, when I get back for the post-game interview, they were going to put Purple Haze on and have a big purple light.
But no one else has that, so you'd be original.
Cable journalism at a very high level.
Yeah, maybe.
Rusty from Eureka goes, Turbo Lover from Judas Priest. That would be an Unreal entrance song. Turbo Lover. You got to think about that, Rusty, for a second.
Did anyone see Helsley just blow away guys last night?
I did.
Guys that didn't have, so leave it alone.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, leave it alone, Nate.
And he took the meaty.
I didn't bring it up.
I didn't. Maddie brought it up.
I'll own it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, though. Yeah. He came in and took the meaty part of that lineup, too.
Yeah.
Now, he left that thing in there to Rowdy Tellez, who, by the way, that's got to be a top 10 baseball name, Rowdy Tellez. I saw,
but he's more of a softball player than anything.
He absolutely looks like a left-handed Billy Butler. But who, by the way, I saw footage of him playing in a softball league. There's not an amount of money you could pay me to sit out on a softball field with a guy the size of that played Major League Baseball swinging.
Yeah.
Being a pitcher?
Oh, my
A softball
God.
pitcher? Hell no. Or
Third
catcher?
baseman.
Third baseman, right down the line.
Catcher in softball, you're relatively safe. Guys don't even wear equipment back there. But third base, shortstop, I saw a guy take
outfield, roll your ankle.
The way he was hitting the ball, you might have the parking lot wasn't safe.
I ain't doing it. Hot Take Thursday, if you guys had a walk-up song, what would it be? Oh, I got plenty. We did that game already.
Yeah, we did.
Cowboys from Hell, something cool like that. I'd be original. Cam, you don't even know who Hoffman is, Jack. I know. God damn.
Ryan Helsley was 2 years old when Trevor Hoffman debuted, by the way.
We're buddies, Jim.
Yeah, that's not
Me and
true.
Hoffy are buddies.
I remember when I met you and you said, call me Hoff.
Didn't Yadi lose a testicle when the foul tip ruptured his nuts?
Yeah, I forgot
If he
that.
lost it or not, did he lose it or not? If I ruptured a nut doing anything, I'm done for good. I'm also glad Nate decided to come in today before 8:30. Mitchie boy.
That's a pretty good
Hi,
one.
Nate.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Nice
I'm
to see
good.
you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Nate goes, I'm good. How are you? So professional. What's going on with you, man?
Chilling.
Chillin'?
Yeah.
You got a game
Good
last
production last night by Bally's.
Pretty good.
Oh!
Yeah.
You know
the
who
ins
did
and
all that
outs,
stuff,
the
though?
messaging.
You know who did
The
all that?
messaging.
I'm guessing it was a team.
Nope. Danny Mac did that stuff.
Oh, really?
Like all the shout-outs. I'm going to
Yeah.
give Danny credit because Danny's like, we should get shout-outs. And I had asked, and no one followed up. And the difference between myself and Danny is that Danny is a one-man media show. He got all that equipment for scoops, and he did that on his own. So first of all, great calls, but give Danny Mac credit because all those shout-outs were done by Danny Mac.
Let's hear some calls, dude.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Let's go. What we got? We got Newt. You got Arenado.
I got Newt.
Yeah.
All right,
Go
go.
for that.
You got a commercial you got to play first?
Pitch. And Newbar shoots one out to deep right center. At the wall.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Wow, that ball is smoked. Watch the backspin, the down.
Okay.
Let it breathe, Jimmy.
Now, here's the other thing. No, I'm not.
No, the other Jimmy.
Here's the thing. Cam doesn't like New because of the pepper grinder, too, because he saw
Hate
a
'em.
reporter do it.
I hate him.
My only disappointment last night was this is where I was at on the Brewers side. I didn't have a great pepper grinder view. I couldn't see it.
I can
in person.
describe
You
it
can
for
check
you.
it out.
I can describe it for you. Want me to describe what he does?
You could never do that again for
Want me
me.
to show you what he does? I'll describe
And it's
it
not,
for
and
you.
it's not just New. Like I did see that. Like I think a couple of people tweeted at me, or someone asked me in person, but they're like, "It doesn't seem like Albert and Yadi are on board." No, they are. Albert did it last night. Yadi does it too. Like that team.
I did it last night too, a couple times. What? I ate food last night. I put pepper on it. I made pork belly.
I just suddenly, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Why are
just
you
a
thinking
little.
that way?
Just a
Sometimes I
little
just
bit.
can't
Pepper
stop
grinder.
eating.
Because you're laughing and have a big smile on your face, like, look what I'm doing. I'm working blue and you don't know it.
They're doing it. Oh, man. Guys, I was at the game last night. 1, what a great experience. 2,
Yeah.
I wish Albert never left St. Louis. He may be going for number 1 in most records. And 3, the Helsley interest gets you pumped up. Although, change the song. Spartan 4-4. He didn't say the last part. I had
good.
the last part on.
Because I thought he might be a Cam Lemon. Because I'm on the lookout for
Sure he
Cam.
is.
Look, I think the world of you. I just don't get your digging in on this one.
I don't. Yeah, I'm going to let it go. You guys won. That's it.
Well,
I
you
like
saw
him.
it, and it's
It's
cool.
awesome looking. I'm going Friday. Hopefully he does it again.
You won't be there that long.
I won't be that long.
Or even if
I
they
know.
do it, you're not watching.
We'll get in the 4th, leave by the 6th. I mean, that's just how it goes. But I will walk around and cruise and
I wish I was
hopefully get a
working
ball.
that game so I could
know.
see you with your crew.
You need to chill, though. It's good to chill.
Let me ask you, if I, like, you're with your boy, your crew, right?
50 swinging, you know what.
Right,
Yeah.
and they're all professional athletes, former professional, all having a few. Would you like, get out of here, cat, or whatever?
I would
Oh, no.
yell your name from all the way across the stadium because I don't give a damn. I'll put you on the spot just like you would me.
Let me tell you about the first time I went to this little scenario he's throwing out right now, and that's why I'm really on the fence about if I want to ever do this again. You walk in, and the first thing you see is Reed Lowe, who's the size of that door, and he's got 2 bottles of red wine in his hands, and you're worried he's going to crush them on the side of your head. And then he just hugs you and pours you a glass of it.
Oh,
the
you're getting
size,
drunk.
The size of a coffee mug. And I'm talking about a big one from, like, a thermos.
We don't play around.
And then you're like, well, I don't even remember anything after that point. It's an
You
experience.
don't watch the game.
It's an
when you go to the
experience.
alumni
Yeah,
box.
and you're like probably too scared to say, no, I'm good.
You're
No.
just kind of sitting there, and you're just like, no, that's
Yeah.
that's my woman. I'm gonna hold on to one of those. No.
I love
It's
you.
a different experience in there. Guys know how to party.
He's the same. Just multiply him by 20, and that's what the experience
So
is.
it'll be a
I have
good time.
another take.
Daddy
about-
Padre will be with me too, actually.
About the Brewers. Okay, the Brewers are now fighting for their postseason lives, right?
They're 3.5 back now. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, they had the Central. I never thought they were a complete team. I mean, you can go and check. I always said they have starting pitching. They have no offense. That's going to cost them, especially if they sustain any injuries in their starting rotation, which happens to everybody. Last night, they are knocking Waino all over the ballpark. Now, part of it is Waino has been really good at controlling the bleeding, right? So even if he's got a lot of traffic on the bases, he does find a way to not let them have crooked number. So a lot of the credit goes to Waino. But what I also saw from the Brewers last night is they're getting base hits, they're getting guys on base, and then they're having an awful at bat.
Yeah.
Why? Because I just don't think they're a complete team.
They're not.
I
The
got no
Brewers.
hitting. How they're playing so good, them Brewers. What is that?
What the
I got
hell?
no hitting. How they're playing so good, them Brewers.
All right.
What was that?
What was that?
What was that? What was that, Seth?
It's your take on the Brewers.
Was that Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, let me hear that again. That doesn't even sound like. I got no hitting. How
you.
they're playing so good, them Brewers.
Jeez.
Well, I don't think-
that is
I
you.
must have been drunk.
I
know.
think that sums it up. I'll leave my takeouts what they have on the
You
Brewers.
snoop
again.
around my bag again, Jimmy?
Don't go in
Don't
that
go
thing.
in there.
No.
Sound like that.
Come back with a nub.
Your other eye will be red.
Courtesy of Block Dispatchery.
The Brewers were in first place because the Cardinals weren't playing well yet. That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
When you look at that team, there's not very much different. It had a couple of injuries to the pitching staff, but that lineup is what it is. And that just it's not anywhere near on par with what the Cardinals were last night.
You're not gonna be able to sustain winning if you encounter injuries in your starting lineup with that lineup, and if you have injuries in your rotation. And to me, the difference maker is if you have Yelich as Yelich, we're talking a 40 homer, 115 RBI guy who is you have to account for every time he comes to the plate. He had the back issues, and now he's, his batting average has gone up from last time. He's a 260 hitter. Mm-hmm. He's not Yelich.
Be careful, batting average. Be careful. Don't anger anybody.
Sorry.
I'm now no Max Kellerman. This isn't me saying this, by the way. I'm gonna make
Max
this very clear.
Kellerman.
No Max Kellerman.
Nerd.
No Deadspin. Whoever it was said the thing about Albert. there were some people in the stands last night because they were in earshot of Yelich, and it was, the trendy thing to do, I guess. Yelling some accusations at him about why his power isn't what it used to be.
Interpret his mom?
He's had back issues.
I don't think they knew that, just like I didn't yesterday.
He's had back and I think a shoulder issue where he can't throw. I mean,
we know this, but remember when Jose Bautista, who defeated me in trivia earlier this week, by the way,
he did.
Took off, and people were like, "Where'd this come from?" and things like that. People are saying that about Yelich. I don't think that's the case.
But if you can
his body looks the same.
If you can find health issues that might be responsible for the deterioration of the numbers, it's pretty apparent.
Still like his mom.
And you can watch his at-bats. He's not the same. It's not about the ball not jumping off his bat anymore. No. His swings are different.
Yeah, he's... Hey, it is what it is. We were talking about this one, too, in hour one, I think, of the pre-show meeting. That Marlins outfield was all the rage, 4 or 5 years ago. Like, I got to get what you can get from them. I don't know, man. Stanton is, he's still Stanton when he's well.
He's Mike.
When he's well, I'm sorry. Mike. I don't want to confuse him with the left-handed specialist from the 90s.
Yeah.
That pitched against Trevor Hoffman in the 2009 World Series. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to step on that.
Call me Hoff.
Hoffy.
Call me Hoff.
Stanton's broke down, every half of every season. Yelich hasn't been the guy that he was for the last 3 years. And then Marcell Ozuna's probably has a court date this morning. Yeah. So, you escaped a few daggers there. You had to spend a little bit. But, everything that's gold doesn't glitter forever, basically.
So Ozuna, they needed a bat. They were in panic mode to get a bat. Everyone recognizes that. So, yes, they parted with Alcantara, who's an unbelievable pitcher. I think they knew that there was a chance of this happening, but they were in such desperation mode that they had to get a bat, and they wanted Yelich, couldn't get him, so they got Ozuna, and I think they knew it was stopgap, and it was stopgap.
Yeah.
And he did have, some power numbers for him, and then they moved on from there.
Yeah. it is what it is. They're 500 with big-ticket guys. That's it.
Randy, hi.
Hey, how you guys doing there? Hey, is that Busch Stadium pretty hard to get a home run out of there when Arenado hits it, or is it just one of the hardest ballparks to hit a home run?
It's pitcher friendly.
Yeah.
Okay. So who has hit the longest ball out of the yard? Is it Goldschmidt or in that Busch Stadium, or who's hit the ball the farthest this year?
So this year it was Newt's. It was 452.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Newt's homer was the longest at Busch Stadium this year. Exit velocity of 110. He crushed that pitch. It's a cutter. He knew it was coming. He was sitting on it, and he got it.
Hey, and by the way, Jim Cat Hayes, there, do you do your post-game interviews? How do you get the guests lined up? Is it based on who's the star of the game, or do you just grab someone off the field and just say, hey, I got a tip for you? So how do you do that?
So usually they're coming off the field.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Randy.
He didn't want to hear my. So usually they're running off the field and they swarm me and they go, me
next, Jimmy.
Me, and I have to disappoint someone.
Like Yadi does to you.
Yeah.
Yadi comes to you, don't he?
So last night, I saw people on Twitter, how come Yadi wasn't on field? They told me they were trying to get Yadi and Waino at the podium, and I'm like, that'll be great. So myself and radio also decided to get one of the guys who homered. Mm-hmm. And then Yadi was not at the podium, but we did catch up with Yadi in the clubhouse. I don't know if we could clip that sound, but I think hearing from Yadi
Why wouldn't you go to the podium?
would be good.
Why wouldn't you go to the podium?
I didn't ask him.
What do you think, though?
I know that was the initial plan.
Wouldn't that be cool to go up there with Waino, your buddy, and just sit there for 5 minutes, maybe?
I do give Yadi a pass on some things because he's toting around equipment for a long time.
Yeah.
And there are times he'll just sit at his locker like
gassed.
Yeah, catching his breath. Now, it would have been cool to see them both together because they've gone through this together to set a record that will never be broken. What do we got? Let's play some sound.
Sure. Do you want to hear the actual first pitch of the game?
No, I want to hear Yadi or Waino talking to you. What clip did you want to play?
You want to hear that about staying in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Okay, here's Waino.
When you play somewhere for a long time, I remember when John Smoltz came to play for us in 2009. As much as I loved having him a teammate because he was one of my idols growing up, as much as I loved having him here, I also felt like he looked really weird in our uniform. We got the best uniform going, but he looked weird in it. He needed to wear that A on his jersey. And for me, I would feel weird going somewhere else. I'd look at myself in the mirror and just ask myself, what am I doing? You know, like, I belong here. This is where I belong, and this is where I should have been, and this is where YADIER should have been and has been, and this is just home for us. So glad to be able to do it here. And you know what's cool is our young guys see that too. Lars Newbar walked up to me the other day and said, how cool is it that you got to do this with Yadi here in this city? And he's right. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Would you have wanted to wait to make this start at Busch if the schedule hadn't fallen right?
I feel like they'd have found a way to schedule it. So I don't think they would have let it happen on the road. Does that make sense? I mean, there was a guiding force in having it here. You know, that was probably on their minds.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And that's courtesy Bally Sports
Bally's.
Midwest. We're not a sound service for every radio station in the greater St. Louis area.
Y'all hear that?
The funny thing to me, so it's going to be the Waino Yadi Day at the ballpark. So we get to talk to Ali on our own, away from the other media, and he's such a good guy, and he likes to give me trouble. He likes to give the media trouble. He just has fun with the job. So we're rolling tape. I asked him about Waino and Yadi, and he said, just so you know, Kisner's starting today.
That's what I said to Kiz.
Yeah.
I'm glad it. Good, Ali. Thanks.
He said, and I go, I know you're not serious, and I could see in his eye that it was a joke. And I said, I want to play poker with you because I can.
He's got that twinkle in his eye. Yadi didn't go to the podium because he was booking his trip to Puerto Rico next week. Irish Sean. Let's see here. I can't look at Yelich the same now that I Googled his mom, Spartan 44. I told you, homie.
Either.
I told you, homie.
And Cam, to your comment a couple minutes ago about if he was in left field looking like his mom, I watched way too much of the game for him to look like his mom.
I'm telling you. Ball game looked and sounded like he was smoked last night, Irish Sean.
I thought he did a fine job. Why is that funny?
I don't know.
What is I want to know what it means.
They're on.
Good God. I mean,
yeah, I think you know. Oh my God, Seth, look at that. I told y'all.
I Google searched Kristen Yelich, and right when I got to YE, mom was the second thing on the list.
Not MVP. Not anything he's accomplished in his career.
I don't care about his stats.
Oh, God.
By the way, Arenado's home run would have been a home run in 29 out of 30 MLB ballparks. The only ballpark that would have held it was Coors Field.
Coors Field. Hey,
what about Newt's? His was longer. That's a home run?
That would have been a home run probably anywhere because it was
452.
Yeah.
452.
155 home runs at Busch this year. 17th in baseball.
Wow.
Guys, can you start referring to Nate with his Cortex first name, Little Nader? Thanks. Okay.
I will not.
What does that
call
mean?
him
I'm not going to call him Little Nader.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. That's not
pass.
nice.
I'm going to pass.
That's not nice. Man, oh, man. God almighty. You want to play that? Did you play the new bar one or the Arenado one first?
Here is Arenado. I think
go.
we played.
Dangerous hitters in the game. I can't let him beat me there.
Oh.
Arenado greets Strzelecki into the ball game. It's tied. And Nolan trotting into second base. He brings in a pair. And Nolan Arenado is now driven in 95 on the year. And that's his 39th double.
I played the wrong clip.
Yes,
but
you did.
Yeah, you did.
So do we have Yadi sound that we could clip just a bite? We don't need the whole. I'd like to hear from Yadi.
It's such a great feeling just to reach that number and to be part of that list and to be on top of that list. It's just such a great feeling.
How about the support you're getting from the fans? I mean,
amazing.
Good question.
Crazy. I mean, I look around and then I see everybody cheering and clapping. I mean, it's just great times. I mean, just emotionally, I was way on top. So it was great to see that. To get to that record, you gotta be together and do it with him. Like I say, really great human being and really great teammate, a friend and brother for me. I mean, it's just amazing feeling and just something that I never was expecting to do it, but we did it, and I'm happy with it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you say?
And kudos for Yadi and Waino doing it together, but kind of their relationship is kind kind of special. I mean, you don't hear players saying that's my brother very often, and those guys always talk about how they're brothers. They're not just teammates and friends.
I don't think either one is as great individually as they've worked it out together over those 325 plus the playoff appearances and whatnot they've had.
Who's made more money? Yadi or Waino?
Probably Yadi, I think.
Think so?
He's been playing longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what, 170?
I don't know. Let's figure it out.
What are they worth? Almost $200, you think?
Listen, either one of them have enough money to get that split level in Fenton that you have your eye on.
In Valley Park. Screw St. Albans. Well, Valley Park's got some good things going.
Fenton is awesome.
It is.
Back on this show
All
with
those
Charlie,
big companies.
I used to kind of make fun of Fenton, and then my whole life is now centered around Fenton because of Tyler playing sports. And you know what? They got Wally's there. I'm suddenly I'm a Fenton guy.
We have a lot of sponsors in that little area right there.
Fenton is awesome.
Fenton's cool. Matt, do you like Fenton?
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. It's a town.
It exists.
Yadi's $7 million more than Waino, according to Spot Track. I'm not gonna read the guy's finances on there. I don't want to give him any trouble. No,
who cares?
173 to 166, according to BR.
Damn.
Good. I think that they're probably.
I'd have a nice place in Puerto Rico.
I think they can afford any ballpark fare that they're looking into.
Man,
it's good to be Waino and Yadi.
It is.